So, I've tried to start this video a dozen different ways, and I still don't know how to. And at this point, I don't think I'm going to find a decent way that's going to do it justice. So, yeah, this is just how it's going to start. And I also had a script for this video, and I don't know. I feel as if going off the cuff would be a bit more exciting, I guess. I don't know. There's just a lot that's not lining up with what I would want for this. I don't think there's anything I can do to do it justice. Destiny is one of those games. It's my game. All right. You'll talk to anybody into video games or anything like that. They can tell you one game that is for sure that is their game. That is the game they always go back to. That is the game that they hold near and dear to their hearts. Destiny was that for me. I've been around since 2014 playing Destiny. That was my freshman year of high school. In the summer of 2014, before I was a freshman in high school. That's crazy. I'm 26 now. You know, a lot has happened in life. Completely just new chapters, new jobs, new friendships. It's just, oh, yeah, it's been a lot. So, I don't know. This video is being made um, after hearing the news about Destiny's live service coming to an end and no major updates coming to the game anymore. Essentially killing the game, and there are no plans to further dive into the IP as of now. So it is for the foreseeable future dead in the water, and that sucks. That's pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. This is gonna be everywhere right now. That's kind of a lot of feelings, unironically. You know, as often as Bungie has slipped and made mistakes with Destiny, it didn't matter at the end of the day, if that makes any sort of sense. And it did and it didn't, right? Because regardless, I was still there. I still was enjoying things, even if there were rough patches, for sure, right? Uh, Destiny is not a perfect game, nor will it ever have been a perfect game. It was good. It was fun. Other people have their opinions on it, but you know what? You know what? At the end of the day, you can't deny the impact that Destiny itself has had within the gaming space. It is its own genre of game at this point, realistically. At least in my eyes, it is. I mean, combining MMO elements into a shooter like they have is just. There's no game like Destiny. It's just Destiny, and people will try to compare Warframe to it, but Warframe's an entirely different beast. That's its own genre of game. Like, are you kidding me? It's just, yeah. This video is gonna be the script is like 17,000 words long, 50 something pages, going through my time with Destiny 2, kind of what I went through, how the game evolved with me, yada yada, etc., first raid, feelings and everything like that. And I would love to share those stories. I absolutely would. So, honestly, I'll probably leave my Bungie username down in the description below. And if anybody ever wants to kick it, chill it, shoot me a message, shoot me a friend request, and we'll play Destiny. We'll fucking trade stories, because to me that's what Destiny was always been about. It's not ever really been about the loot for me. I mean, the loot was nice touch, right? The loot was good, the story was decent, right? It was more so about the community that Destiny garnered. Unironically, you have content creators like My Name is Bife and Dado and Astacross, Glad. Off the top of my head, that's all I can really think of right now. But like, you have all these content creators, right? Not only just the content creators, but like the people involved in this game. just playing it, living it, right? Sharing their experiences. I don't know. There hasn't been anything like it ever for me. It just clicked immediately. From the moment I heard the speaker speaking about the world state of Destiny back in D1, right? I was enamored. I was interested. Like, oh, this got me in. This is great. Seeing this tiny machine thing flying around, floating, scanning. I'm like, oh, what is this? This is interesting. And just hearing Peter Dinklage's voice, like, eyes up, Guardian, was, I don't know, at the time, magical to me. It just felt right. And going through that story in D1, going through everything in D1, it's captivated me. It's held my attention all these years. 12 years. That's a long time, unironically, for a franchise to keep going like it has, right? It's not an insignificant amount of time. It's pretty significant, and it had a big impact not only on my gaming experience, but for a lot of other people. And to see it get torn down like this and just it's dead now. Some people will blame the fact for Sony Marathon. They'll blame I forgot the guy's name, Pete something. And honestly, it's it's all of them. Let's be real here. It's not a single, not there's not one single thing to point blame towards for the death of Destiny, realistically. I hope the update on the June 9th, brings about a huge influx of players, new and old, right? I hope Sony sees the interest and value that Destiny still has. Because again, even with the slips and the low player counts at times, they always bring it back. They always actually put passion towards their projects. There's a lot of filler, yes, absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's still my game. It's our game, you know? There's a lot of people out there that think like that. The interest for Destiny's never really left. I mean, for me, everything kind of culminated at Final Shape, and that was kind of it for me. I played a little bit of Echoes, the first episode, and that they switched to episodes from seasons and whatever. I played a little bit of that, and it just wasn't captivating anymore. It wasn't holding my attention anymore, and not because it wasn't interesting, but it's just I had my damn near perfect ending with Final Shape, killing the Witness, Cade sacrificing himself again. Oh, I say again. It's Cade sacrificing himself to bring back Argos so that we can continue going on, and just everybody being at peace. You know, war's finally over. People can relax. It feels like people can breathe again. And like, there's that cutscene where it's your guardian, our guardian, the young wolf, sitting out in space, looking over the Traveler and Earth. And it's beautiful. It's the end right there. You know, the quote from Thanos from fucking Avengers Infinity War. I could finally rest and watch over a grateful universe. You know, it's kind of cliche saying it out loud, but that's exactly what it felt like. And it was just, can finally rest. Not because things are bad, but because they're good. And I'd rather have this memory of a perfect ending than go through the roller coaster again of content drought, updates, you know, things not feeling great. Unironically, I did see the Edge of Fate expansion trailer with Lodi and all this interesting stuff with the 9. That was interesting. That almost brought me back, but I was like, you know what? No. Just in case, I'll stay away. I stayed away. I stopped playing after Final Shape. I took 21 months. Mind you, I just picked up the game again last week after hearing the news of the end of service update that they're getting, and like, okay, let's see what's changed and get ahead of things until from the update, and then play whatever content's there, and then finally just put it away. There might be times I'll go re-download, hop back in just to see how. Yeah, it's not gonna be updates, but just kind of take a look around. because Destiny does something no other game truly does, in my opinion. It's these moments where you can just kind of be absorbed into the game itself, essentially. A couple of these moments, when I say a couple, there's one I can think of specifically: Deepstone, Deepstone Crypt, the spacewalk with Deepstone Lullaby, and Clovis Bray speaking to the raid team, the raid party. It's one of those moments where, yeah, you're still getting shot at and you're still traversing, but like just being there with that music, the monologue in the background, it just absorbs you in. It sucks you in, and you're just there. It's moments like those. I don't truly know another game to do that. And I know there'll probably be people who are like, oh, this game does that better. But like, I'm being completely honest with you. When I can sit there in orbit and just vibe, talking with friends, or just not even in a part VC at all, just sitting there listening to the music, it's damn downright beautiful. Even the loading screens are beautiful. Are you kidding me? When you're in your ship, like the planet overview type deal, when you're flying into the atmosphere and whatnot, it always looks nice. It always has looked clean. It always has looked good. It's never not been peaceful or beautiful. Destiny is art at the end of the day, and I'm not. That's weird. Yeah, of course it's art, but like more so than just any other game. There, those moments specifically, the moments that you can just kind of melt in with the game in and of itself, that is art. There's not another game that does it like it for me. It doesn't. Another game scratches that itch. And I know that's another thing of what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. We'll put a pin on that, and I'll probably circle back and remember. But speaking on Destiny being art, I mean, I know one of the biggest criticisms Destiny has faced throughout its entire life is that it often struggles to tell its story clearly, and that is fair. There are entire eras of the game, of both games, where the storytelling felt very fragmented and just incomplete. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not known Bungie to miss this area of expertise that they show time and time again: presentation, their art direction, their music, and their atmosphere. I mean, again, I'll just go back, I'll just say Deepstone Crypt is it represents Bungie operating at the absolute peak of those strengths. You know, the architecture, the skybox, sound design, environmental storytelling, everything fits together perfectly. It's literally still, again, I am reiterating, it's one of the few moments in gaming for me where I confidently call that experience all artistic. It's not pretentious, it's not trying to be profound, but it successfully evokes emotion. You know, that wonder, that curiosity, melancholy, a sense of scale. That's art, and Deepstone Crypt delivers it without like any effort. So it's just when I think about Destiny, I genuinely don't think about the weapons to a degree. Not at first. The subclasses do come to mind. Raids do to a moment, but it's just I think about the moments. Moments like standing in the vacuum of space while Deepstone Lullaby plays in the background. Moments where I get to laugh with my friends at all the mistakes we made during a raid. Moments like jumping around the tower for hours just talking about nonsense. You know, it's it is saddening that this has happened to Destiny, but there is hope that Sony will see the amount of I don't want to say it, but like devotion that its player base has. Right, it's kind of this thing of like what did he say? I'm forgetting it off the top of my head, and I feel very bad. The speaker himself. Devotion inspires bravery. Bravery inspires sacrifice, and sacrifice leads to death. And unironically, Destiny players are some of the most devoted individuals in the gaming sphere. And right now, I feel like we're in this bravery sense of a feeling soon to go, sacrificing leads to death. And well, here we're probably actually at the death portion, considering Destiny's not continuing on. There's hope. There is hope that Sony sees, and hopefully the goal of this video is to, I don't know, maybe put more attention to it. You know what? Circle it around, people click on it, it's Destiny content. Like they'll see there's a lot of Destiny content being pushed around, and so, I'm just adding my 2 cents into the sphere, right? I'm adding in my voice into the endless sea of cries about Destiny 3 needing to happen, and Bungie needs to continue on with Destiny 2 in the meantime, unsunsetting content, bringing it all back, yada yada, etc., etc. And I'm for that. I am all for that. But sometimes some things do need to end. And even being somebody like myself, where it's been an on and off love-hate relationship with Destiny, Destiny, I fucking hate that game. It's my favorite game of all time. It's like one of those statements, right? I love this game to death. And that's because I have seen the potential. I have seen this game at its peak and what they can accomplish. And when they don't, it frustrates me. It genuinely does. But I know game development is a lot harder than it would seem. So there's some leeway there. And I know other people would disagree, whatever. They have their own opinions about it. This is a video for me. This is my opinions. This is my voice, right? So my journey began in 2014. A kid preparing for high school, kid looking toward an uncertain future, and hearing a simple fucking phrase of eyes up, Guardian. And it felt like everything changed. I don't know how else to describe it. You just had to have been there. It's just beautiful. That is the only thing I can say. There's a term that is used throughout the game. A lot of people know it. It was the first raid. So it was, utilized it quite a bit throughout the entire history of Destiny, and that is Guardians make their own fate. And so we shall see what fate has brought us going forward. Whether or not Sony hears us doesn't matter. We are still here. So, I guess before I go, I suppose there's really only one thing left to say, which is actually, I'll see you all Starside.